Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Austerity measures are in play again after just 4 months. Also tonight, one person has been tested for the coronavirus. We have the details. And senators discuss a bill that might save the CNMI $10 million. In sports, girls fast pitch softball erupts with a furious finale. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
What is whole home Wi-Fi? Whole home Wi-Fi spreads Wi-Fi across your entire home. Pods plug straight into the wall. No messy cables. They spread the internet from your modem to every corner of your home at full speed. Whole home Wi-Fi doesn't just make your Wi-Fi faster. It intelligently adapts to your environment and manages your Wi-Fi 24/7 based on insight like the number and types of devices connected to your home. Whole home Wi-Fi, powered by Plume. Learn more at docomopacific.com.
Things happen when we least expect it. So why wait? Buy insurance today. Visit Pacific Insurance Underwriters in Susupe.
Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They're an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
Hafa Day, Tirwami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, February 10th, 2020. The executive branch announced a 64-hour work schedule for all government employees to begin on March 15th and will also reinforce ongoing cost containment measures. Sally Lemus reports.
Austerity measures aren't new to the CNMI. Beginning March 20, business hours for departments and agencies under the executive branch will be shut down every Friday until further notice. Press Secretary Kevin Bautista states the administration considers public health to be the top priority for the Marianas, but financial recovery is also being done.
We have to come together really to promote the Marianas as a coronavirus-free destination to our other source markets, Korea and Japan, because we know that we have to make up for the economic loss of losing 150,000 Chinese tourists and upwards of about $40 to $50 million in potential revenue.
The Secretary of Finance has formally recommended revising the annual revenue estimate for fiscal year 2020 by a reduction of 20.7% and budgetary resources by 28.3%. This reduces revenue estimates by more than $48 million. Regarding retirees' pensions, the administration states it will remain unaffected.
This administration has continued to prioritize our retirees and ensure 100% of their pensions. Almost $200 million has been dedicated to paying the settlement fund, as well as additional appropriations to ensure the full pensions of our retirees. All other options will be considered before we get to the point of reducing their hard-earned pensions.
Bautista states the administration continues to work to make timely payments of the settlement fund, which is about $500,000 to $1 million a week.
For the fact that certain people in the legislature are going to politicize this issue because of an economic downturn is unfair, it's ludicrous, and it is completely out of line.
Austerity measures will also apply to the islands of Tinian and Rhoda. Giving you the full update from the governor's office, I'm Sally Limis for KSPN News.
Bail is set at $25,000 for a male that is facing charges of reckless driving, theft of a vehicle, fleeing or attempted to elude a police officer, possession and receiving stolen property. According to court documents, 23-year-old Patrick Hernandez Muña led officers on a chase 4 separate times, twice in September of 2019, once in January of 2020, and on February 5th, 2020, where each time officers were unable to catch the suspect. On February 5th, Muña crashed the vehicle into the retaining wall of the aging center in Chinatown and fled on foot. Officers found marijuana, crystal meth, one piece of 40mm ammunition between the driver's seat and side door, along with other items that were found in the vehicle such as jewelry, clothes, and a cell phone. On Sunday, February 9th, around 10 p.m., officers from DPS were patrolling and spotted Muña at the Dollar Poker parking lot in Garapan, where Muña was then arrested. Muña has a preliminary hearing scheduled for February 18th at 1:30. Also in court, a male has a change of plea for possession of a controlled substance, crystal meth. 33-year-old Shofu Zhang is pleading guilty to count 1 of trafficking a controlled substance, meth, on October 2nd, 2019. Zhang possessed 0.17 grams of meth when he was busted. Zhang is one of 6 individuals that appeared in front of Judge Camacho back on November 5th for trafficking meth. A sentencing is scheduled for July 15th at 10 a.m. The Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation has confirmed that a specimen for the coronavirus is getting submitted to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta, Georgia. CHCC takes a swab of the nose and mouth and a blood sample to send to CDC in Atlanta, Georgia, when testing for the coronavirus, which takes about a week to get the results. CHCC states the patient does not meet the full CDC case definition of the coronavirus and is considered to be a low priority, but says this is a precautionary measure to protect the CNMI. A release from CHCC also says this does not mean the CNMI has a confirmed case. The CNMI is a coronavirus-free destination. Officials from the hospital do ask the public to practice basic health and hygiene to prevent yourself and others from getting sick. CHCC also states that this case is not related in any way to the false rumors circulating social media today regarding the coronavirus. For more information, contact the CHCC Public Health and Hospital Emergency Preparedness Program. Again, there is not a confirmed case of the coronavirus on Saipan. 7 bills were passed in today's Senate session. A promising bill was discussed, and one senator expresses concern with the 64-hour work schedule. Sally Limas has the details.
Senators met this afternoon to discuss final reading of bills, and with a unanimous vote, all 7 bills on the calendar were passed. Some major bills included the single-use plastic bag ban and providing proper eligibility for people who wish to avail of homesteading programs. Senators also discussed a report from the Committee on Health, Education, and Welfare, which is to establish the CNMI Medical Referral Mileage Program to defray airfare costs.
The idea basically is that we will allow, through proper discussions and responsibilities in place, the Secretary of Finance to have a credit card. And that credit card will pay every vendor, anybody that the CNMI Department of Finance owes, will be paid by a credit card. And supposedly, if it works, this credit card company, along with Secretary of Finance and the bank, will collaborate so that every expenditure will be converted into mileage earned.
Senator Sixto Igisomar explains that the credit card may be used to purchase a ticket of a medical referral patient using the earned mileage on the said credit card.
This concept is in the bill. But the problem in this bill is that it has a provision in there where every traveler must transfer the mileage to the secretary, which becomes complicated. But the idea is that if we just stick to a credit card purchase paying for vendors, and the Secretary of Finance accumulates all the miles through paying of vendors, he should have enough money in the millions of miles to be able to send medical referral patients anywhere, especially to United States soil.
Members of the Senate took a vote, and the bill is now filed. Towards the end of the session, Senator Paul Maglonia expresses his concern on the recent austerity measure announcement.
I know we all agree that our government should not be making drastic decisions without really having factual and reliable financial information in its possession. It is for this reason that as I stated in our last Senate session, I wrote another follow-up letter to the Governor on December 4, 2019, requesting his assistance along with the Secretary of Finance in providing us with reliable, factual information pertaining to several financial matters, including the casino business board receipt taxes, DPAT reports, MPLT loan, FEMA assistance, the 20 million annual community benefit fund. As I stated then, although we already have passed fiscal year 2020 budget law, their response was still necessary and pertinent. To this day, there is no response yet.
Maglonia states the CNMI should have had enough funds to address the current issue the CNMI faces. Senate President Victor Holcook forwards the concern to the Judiciary, Government Law, and Federal Relations Committee. Reporting for KSPN, I'm Sally Limis.
Coming up, a courthouse has reopened its doors after almost 2 years of closure. Find out more after the break.
Mom, are you sure? What about the shutters? And do you have your medicine?
Don't worry about us, love, okay? You take good care of yourself. Hi, my love. Yeah, sorry. The power went out, so I had to light up all the candles. Yeah. Yes, baby, yeah. I'm just glad our home phone's working and we're able to contact you.
Half a day. Join us for the Marianas Festival of Hope on February 21 at the American Memorial Park. Come and be blessed as you listen to a message of hope from the Reverend Franklin Graham. And enjoy a night of music featuring Grammy Award singer and songwriter and multi-platinum artist Michael W. Smith. Together with award-winning guitarist Dennis Agajanian, the Tommy Coombs Band, and from the Philippines, Margarita It's Wahiman. Admission is free. See you there at the American Memorial Park on Friday, February 21. Gates will open at 5:30 p.m. For more information, follow us on Facebook at Marianas Festival of Hope with Franklin Graham.
We spread a lot of bad stuff with our hands every day, including germs and the flu.
Using the words on the board, I want you to answer this question. What do we use to tell time with? Anybody? Christina? Good job!
The most effective way to prevent the spread of germs and the flu is to wash our hands with soap and water to keep them clean. Use hand sanitizers if soap and water are not available. Always cough or sneeze into a tissue and dispose of it properly. Use your shirt or shirt sleeve if no tissue is available.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Those of you on the east-southeast side of Saipan may have felt a little rumble this morning. Well, that's due to an earthquake. According to the CNMI Emergency Operations Center, a 4.6 magnitude earthquake occurred 155 kilometers east-southeast of Saipan at 11:02 a.m. Currently, there are no warning or advisories issued by the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. For more information, contact the CNMI EOC State Warning Point at 237-8000. And the doors have opened of the Supreme Court wing of the Guma Justicia Courthouse. Take a listen. The Guma Justicia Courthouse has been closed since March of 2018, and today, February 10th, the Supreme Court wing of the courthouse has opened its doors back up for business. Thanks to the completion of carpet removal, related mold remediation, procurement, and the installation of temporary air-conditioned systems.
So we had damage from Super Typhoon Yutu. As a result, the various skylights kind of broke in, and the entire center area, the atrium area, was inaccessible to the public. Dangerous falling objects, that sort of thing. But since the skylight has been repaired, we are able to now provide access to the public and to the court staff.
The Marianas Business Plaza and the U.S. District Court will also continue as alternative sites until the full occupancy of the Guma Justicia is available for use.
We still have our alternate sites, specifically the 360 building, the Marianas Business Plaza. Of course, this is only one courtroom and only one judge can hold hearings at a time. So it's just going to be a matter of the Superior and the Supreme Court working together to ensure that hearings are held and that there's no overlap on those hearings. But we are one judiciary and we're working together to make sure everyone gets gets some time in the courtroom.
The courtrooms and chambers on the second floor of the Guma Justicia will remain closed pending ongoing projects, including the remaining mold and remediation and procurement. Director of Court Sonia Camacho is grateful for everyone's patience during this process.
I just want to thank the members of the public, the general public, members of the CNMI bar, our partners who have assisted us with providing alternate sites, the Department of Public Safety, the United States District Court for the NMI, and of course our staff. They have worked diligently to get us to where we're at and to make sure cases are heard timely and parties have access to the courts. We are spread thin between 4 court sites, but this is an added courtroom, and it's just a warm welcome for us to be back into the building.
A release from the Supreme Court states the judiciary is still awaiting funding from FEMA, with an anticipated full occupancy of the Guma Justicia courthouse by the end of 2020. Reporting for KSPN, I'm Ashley McDowell.
Coming up on the KSPN2 Sports Report, one girls' fast pitch league ends and another one is about to spring open. Open your ears, it's the Sports Report next.
Let's roll at Gold's Gym Saipan with group exercise for every body. Total Resistant Exercise, or TRX, helps develop your core and improve strength. And Zumba toning is probably the funnest way to get fit. The Shake Cafe is a great place to stop by for a meal replacement or supplements. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Point of sports fans. Buenos sports fans, Fast Pitch Softball is alive and well, thank you. Thanks to the Tibu Sports Association that sponsored a girls' league. Championship was Saturday afternoon. Cool, refreshing trade winds blowing through stately ironwood trees at the Capitol Hill Ball Field, a beautiful sports park that keeps getting better and better little by little, except for the field itself. 25 years without ever having a proper treatment, plus the first base foul territory is not even level, but it's good enough to play ball and to bring the family for clean, healthy fun. And there's shade too, so bring Grandma and Grandpa. And future ball players who can practice with wall ball. Every major leaguer's played wall ball. This is the roots of all baseball and softball. It happens on the other side of the fence. Alana Sablon and the undefeated defending champion Patriots versus Ballas. Top of the first, Amy Cabrera, the shot inside the third base line. Jamie Pangilinan goes from first to third because this field was not built for fast pitch. Home plate's too close to the backstop, so not even a speedster like Jamie tries to score unless there's a throw to second. Then it's easy to score. Apple Titinko with the grounder to Kiana Aldon. She steps on second, fires to first for a double play. And then a swing and a miss, and the inning was over. Patriots get that back. Kiana Camacho's hit glances off the glove of pitcher Kiki Narita. Destiny Pangilinan scores from third. It's a bunt! Christie with the sacrifice. Kiana scores. Who's covered home? Oh, always cover home. That's NSA's T-ball motto. Hey, the Patriots are feeling it. They were in the groove zone. Top of the second. One out. Runner on first. Apple Titinko starts another double play for the Patriots. Ballas goes down 1, 2, 3. More good defense from the champs. 2 on, Ballas threatening Kiana, to Destiny, called out at the plate on a close play. Bottom of the third, Ballas with the leather highlight. Ashley Ogden, the grab before the faceplant. Bottom of the fourth, 2 outs, nobody on. Who knew an innocent walk to Cassandra Camacho would turn this game inside out? A routine grounder should have entered the inning. It didn't. A nubber in front of the plate should have ended the inning. It didn't. Instead, the bases were juiced. Destiny. A clutch, 2 out, triple empties the sacks. 3 runs come in, and the Patriots take the lead for good. Two on, Kiana. A flare over short in front of center. She legs out a 2-bagger. 2 more runs come in. Patriots make it back-to-back championships. 16-12, the final.
Many of those girls will be playing in the High School Fast Pitch League that's coming up February the 25th. And that reminds us of the 2014 Classic between Mariana's High School and Saipan Southern High School.
Next inning, bases loaded. MHS goes shopping. Julie Regis, the liner over Annalisa, and that's a run-scoring single. Turns out they needed that, all of that, because here come the Manas. Annalisa, that's a triple to right field. Saipan Southern's on the board. Top of the 7th, Jana knocks in 2 more runs to make it 9-2. Well, it didn't seem to matter much at the time, but those 2 insurance runs proved to be huge because here comes Saipan Southern. Last chance, bottom of the 7th, back-to-back walks coupled with an error pushes a run across the plate. Here's only on Saipan when a player is struggling or hurt, give them water. Only on Saipan do they do that. Sonia comes through, a clutch hit, and a run batted in. Kathy takes one for the team. Jana comes in to relieve Florida. Aaron Mendiola greets her with that hit down the line. 2 more rays touch the dish. Annalisa, the flare to center. Oh no, it's dropped, and another run comes in, and it was 9-7. Michaela takes a base on balls, and she represented the championship winning run with only 1 out, and the bases were juiced. Florida comes back to pitch and throws a wild pitch. Ana Kaneko goes to the backstop, fires to Billy, who tags out 1 runner, and then tags out another runner. Game over. Lady Dolphins win the championship 9-7. Hey, cool it. Take a shower. Season over.
Mata, mata, mata! Ray, ray, ray!
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Snorkeling, kayaking, mountain biking, off-roading, go-karting, and great hiking. Choose Mariana's Trekking for great adventure tours. We have the greatest guides who always offer more. And our mascot Emma will guide you on some fun. Mariana's Trekking is great for everyone.
Traveling or laying over on Guam? Don't wait around. Zip into Guam Adventures Zipline Park inside the Hilton Resort and Spa. Guides will take you through a series of zips, starting with a mountain course and then zip over the ocean with spectacular views of Tumon Bay. 6 zip lines in all deliver a thrilling experience, and it's family friendly, so bring the kids ages 6 and up. You'll love the security of double lines and a new braking system to make riding smoother. The towers are named after the islands in the Marianas. We call it the Island Hopper. Your guides will teach you what you need to know to soar through the jungle with a bird's eye view. Best of all, for residents of Saipan, Tinian, and Rota, you can book this experience at 20% savings. Log on to GuamAdventures.com and during checkout, use offer code HAFA20. Book it and zip it today. We'll even pick you up.
Today's high was 86, the low 76, humidity 72%. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, isolated showers here and there. Northeast winds coming in 20 to 25 miles an hour. High 86, low 76 again. Seas 5 to 7 feet and building throughout the week. Sunrise, 6:43, high tide 9:53, low tide at 3:40, sunset 6:19. And look up in the sky tonight, you will see 98% of the moon illuminated.
And there was a full moon last night.
Boy, that was spectacular,
nice.
man. I went up, I went outside and just sat under it. And it was a really nice night. Kind of cool, chill. It was just perfect.
Perfect temperature, perfect weather, and a nice view of the moon.
Hey, you know, Ashley McDowell's worked here for a year and a half, and she did something today that she had never done before. She covers the court, and she had never been inside that courtroom.
First time to ever step foot in the Guma Justicia, in that courthouse.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That shows you how far we've come.
Yeah, that is true. Come a long way, and can't wait to see the rest of it to get finished.
And now we got to go.
All right, well, have a great rest of your night. Tune back in tomorrow night at 6.
Good night.